Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And welcome back, everyone. Every time we get together, we learn that acupuncture supports more things than I think any of us realize. Today, we're going to focus on challenges that women have, specifically PCOS. And she is the expert, our professional of the year, Dr. Kelly out of New York City, who practices Chinese medicine, acupuncture, herbal meds, and more, is going to dig into that today with us. Dr. Kelly, welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Steve. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. You know what? Before we jump into PCOS, can I read an email that we got last time we got together?
Sure.
Beautiful. You can reach us, by the way, anytime, instantfeedbacksteve@gmail.com. This one comes from Dawn, Searsport, Maine. She says, I heard your podcast about back pain, and I'm wondering if acupuncture can support sciatica pain.
Yes. Yes, actually, I have a lot of patients coming in for low back pain, all age, 20-something, 30-something, all the way to 80. And I want to mention one patient. He is kind of like personal driver for a big boss. So he is in the car a lot. So his foot always on the pedal. That give him the pain, sciatic pain. So basically sciatic is basically the pain usually means something like the vertebrae between L4, L5 or L5, S1, the vertebrae either like herniated or, you got like stenosis. So something like push the vertebrae, it got like a narrowing, then the nerve got compressed. Then people have pain started from lower back. Usually it's on one side, either left or right. So for the driver, his pain is on the left. So because his right foot always on the pedal, so somehow he got the pain started from his lower back, radiating to the butt, then down to the leg, even to the foot. When he first came in, he basically limping because it's so much pain. He couldn't even walk straight. I treated him once. The first time he got up, he said, oh my God, I feel so much better. Wow. So he's very happy. So yes.
I can't imagine the pain that you're describing, because I really don't have major issues with sciatica, but I could be on a plane for a few hours or sitting on a train or whatever it is, and it just gets uncomfortable. And that's just a tiny bit of discomfort, nothing even major. I just get up and get down again, and I'm good for another half hour, an hour, whatever. In this gentleman's situation, wow. I mean, that's like, you can't even, your quality of life is diminished with pain like that. And so it's great to know that acupuncture can support that. And also PCOS. What does that stand for?
So polycystic ovary syndrome. So basically, these kind of people, they have the cyst in the ovary. So which the sign is some people have very heavy menstrual cycle flow and with very severe cramp, even before the period and during the period. Some people have irregular menstrual cycle. It's like one time is 30 days, the other time can be 50 days. Then some people even skip for like a month or 2 months. And some people also have hair growth, like on their face, neck, like body. Some people even like have trouble to have a baby. That's actually PCOS is one of the major reasons for infertility. So everybody is a little bit different. And I have a patient, she even like threw up, migraine, like severe, like, disturbed her life.
Wow. That brings me to a question I don't think we've ever talked about. Fertility. Some people are, having challenges having children. Can acupuncture help with that?
Yes, I have a lot of people coming in to prepare for the pregnancy. Some just prepare for naturally get pregnant. Some people also want to do IVF, but like doctor told them go to get acupuncture because acupuncture can help to increase the success rate of IVF. If you just do IVF, actually the success rate is very low. So that's why a lot of IVF doctors now recommend their patients to do acupuncture, you know, before the IVF even. Some people like coming like 2 weeks before the IVF, like Dr. Kelly, I'm gonna do transfer after 2 weeks. Can you help me? I said, yes, come on in as soon as possible. You need to prepare your body. If you just put a baby into your body may be not ready to hold the baby, to give the baby enough nutrition, so the baby may not really grow.
So let's look at that for a moment. And side note, IVF, very expensive. So you want to have the best chance of it actually working. When it comes to fertility, what else is acupuncture doing to help a woman conceive and hold a baby?
Yeah, so most people who don't really have a lot of knowledge about Chinese medicine, what they can understand is, oh, you can help me to have more blood flow, in my womb, around that area, so the baby gonna have more nutrition. That's how they understand. That's not wrong, actually. One of acupuncture's function is, have more qi and blood go to the womb. So the womb has enough, nutrition for the baby and warm enough for the baby. Because a lot of people who have trouble to be pregnant, actually they either have like the coldness in their uterus. Like the womb is just too cold. It's kind of dark and cold. The baby just don't feel warm enough. They don't feel comfortable. So, of course, some people also have blood stasis. Some people may even have qi stagnation. There can be a lot of reasons. But one of the common knowledge people can understand is they can get more blood flow in that area to, support the baby.
Now, you mentioned qi blood, and I think it might be impactful, once again, to remind people what qi is. But my question here is, when you do acupuncture, are you creating a qi situation in terms of the entire blood supply in somebody's body, or are you targeting a certain area and that's where the qi blood would be and flow?
Very good question, Steve, because it's both, right? Our target is where, the baby, gonna be rest. The other point is, our qi and blood flowing in our whole body all the time. If it doesn't flow, which means you have qi stagnation or you have blood stasis, we want our qi and blood circulating in our body all the time. But, when we use certain points, we can direct the qi go to somewhere like more focus. So that's why I said your question is right, it's both.
Is there anything that acupuncture really can't help with or really can't support?
To be honest, I have patients come in for all kind of problems. Like some people come in, after brain surgery, they have like brain fog, they have language delay, they have disorientation. But after treatment, they feel better. I mean, let's say it's pretty hard case. It basically people have a stroke. Then you come in and say, okay, I cannot really talk. I cannot grab things. I cannot really walk even steadily. So can you help? That's usually pretty hard. But even that, people feel better afterwards. And people who want to have baby, they came to me. They basically all pregnant and had a healthy baby already. And for the pain in general, doesn't matter what age you are, all of them felt better. People who came in for insomnia, they had better sleep even after one treatment. people who have digestion problem, they felt better energy. I haven't really had any people they came in, I just couldn't help at all so far.
It seems like acupuncture can help with almost pretty much everything. It may not cure somebody of having after effects of a stroke, but to your point, it can help somebody feel better in many other ways. Or, like we said, back pain, it can eradicate that. Like we've even talked about vision issues or floaters in your eyes. That completely surprised me. I had no idea that acupuncture can help with that. Back to women, and we were talking about PCOS. Are there other things specific to women that acupuncture can support and help with?
So for women, I would say usually women are more emotional than guys. Guys are more logical, right? I think I didn't do research, but I think women more emotional, which means they are more vulnerable when they experience something major in their life, like a breakup, lose some family members, or even got fired from job or something. They may more prone to depression, anxiety stuff. So I helped a lot of patients who, experience anxiety, depression, all kind of age, from age 18 to 70 something. Pretty helpful. All of them felt better. So I think acupuncture can help both men and women in a lot of ways. Emotional support, physical pain, or even just really you have, something even some people have something grow in their body, kind of not malignant, maybe a benign tumor or something. But even that, acupuncture can help. Like you said, maybe cannot make it totally disappear, but they do feel better, less anxiety, less stressful, and better sleep, more energy. They feel more calming down. I have a patient who coming in. Actually, she came in for a lot of stuff, like facial rejuvenation, better digestion, high blood pressure, uterus, fibroids, a lot of problem. But I helped her. She only come in twice a week. I had thought twice a week not gonna be efficient for her because she is so complicated, her case, right? She has so many problems. But even twice a week, every time she come in, she said, Dr. Kelly, I feel so good. I just feel my face got tighter, my skin looks amazing. I'm happy. So yeah, I think maybe in general, women are more prone to emotional whatever. But actually, I helped a lot of guys too. A lot of guys are also very sensitive. They may worry about the word, or their words in another country, or there are crazy people on the street, or my coworker give me trouble. I also helped them. So I do have both.
Wow. What's the most that somebody has seen you in a week? How many visits, and why was it so frequent?
Actually, I have a patient I mentioned who, so his problem is his vessels in his brain is kind of a little bit abnormal. So it's like his grandpa has it, his father has it, so he got it. So then, because the vessels is abnormal, so there is a leaking blood in his brain. So basically, it's like a slowing stroke. So he went to his doctor. They did surgery. They cleared up some, blood, leaking blood, something. But he still have the problem, like speech delay, cannot really grab things with his right hand. disorientation. So it's a major for him, and he run a big company. So he want to get better because Western medicine already did their part. They did the surgery, they gave him whatever medicine they think can help, but he still have problem. So he comes in. I do acupuncture for him 3 times a week. And like you said, it didn't like kill him right away, but he does feel better after treatment. So he come in, pretty insistent every week 3 times.
How often do doctors recommend acupuncture when you talk to patients? And I know that's a hard number to, it's a hard way to quantify, but if you had to put a percentage on it, and 100% of doctors say go to see Dr. Kelly and an acupuncturist. Obviously, that's not the case, but just broadly speaking here, what do you think it is? More doctors are recommending it. Would you say that 20% of the patients you see, it was referred to or suggested by a doctor? What do you think that number would be, that percentage?
I think it's hard to put a number, but I do have patients who have lower back pain. They went to see their medical doctor, then their medical doctor referred them, to me, or not specific to me, just say, go to see an acupuncturist. Then they found me, just by Google. And some people, like, same as IVF, right? They also, their IVF doctor said, go to see an acupuncturist. They may didn't say, go to see Dr. Kelly, and then they Google, they found me, and then they come to me. So I cannot really give you a percentage, but I do see more and more patients referred from the medical doctor. And the medical doctor also now realize how important and effective, acupuncture can do to help them, to help their own patients about like the pain, or IVF, or emotional stress, even like people who go to see their psychiatrist for depression, right? Usually psychiatrist will give them pill. But if the patient doesn't want to take a pill, or the parent doesn't want their kid to take a pill, they may say, oh, go to see an acupuncturist. So then they Google, they found me, and then they come to me. So I cannot really give you a number, but there are more and more.
It seems like it is. It seems, based on what you're telling me, what others tell me, like the medical community finally is, the Western medical community, waking up and seeing that, oh, this Chinese medicine actually works and supports. What about sleep issues? Can that, a lot of people turning to many different things, medication, CBD, things like that, to get a good night's sleep. Can acupuncture help? And if so, how does it actually work?
Actually, yes, that's a very good point, Steve. There are more and more patients come to me to try to get help from acupuncture by helping them better sleep, because a lot of people do have trouble to fall in sleep or stay in sleep, or both. Have trouble to fall in sleep, it's bad, but have trouble to stay in sleep also bad. So some people have both, some people have either one. And some young people also have this problem. Some people like who are going through menopause, like around age 50, usually start to have the insomnia, because in Chinese medicine, we think, when women go through menopause, basically they are kind of like, they have yin deficiency. So when you have a yin deficiency, give you the sign of like night sweating, like hot flash, that give you the trouble to fall in sleep. So acupuncture is pretty helpful. I have patient come in just one time. Then they said, I came back home that night. I slept whole night, so didn't wake up. Oh, at least they said I slept many more hours than before. So yes, it's very, very helpful about the insomnia.
This is an unrelated question, but I've always wondered about it. again, it's kind of unrelated, but is acupuncture done for pets, like dogs?
Actually, a lot of people, they started to do acupuncture for their pets, but of course, there's some regulation stuff. But the point is, it does help the pets. Actually, I did once for my dog, just once though. So he pinched his paw, he was crying. Then I said, maybe I can do acupuncture on him. But he's a little puppy. By that time, he is only several months. He's like running around a lot. So, and he didn't want me to put a needle on him, but I just quickly put a needle on him, just one needle. And he's very fast. He turned around, he put that needle back out. Even that one needle, even that just almost like few seconds, that helped him. He before, his paw was so painful when he jumped, he was crying. But after that one needle, he can jump. He's not crying anymore. So that's how fast and effective to a pet. Yeah, so there are more and more pets doing acupuncture.
Amazing. And every animal is different. I know that if you put a very fine needle into the paw of my dog, he probably, if you're petting him and deflect his attention, he probably wouldn't even know the difference. He wouldn't even know you're doing it. Same thing with one of my cats. He probably wouldn't know either, as long as you're petting him. And fascinating. It is really amazing. But it shouldn't be a surprise to any of us. It has been around for thousands of years, and this is how people healed back in the day. Dr. Kelly, best way to connect with you? I know you're in New York City. Obviously, somebody would need to visit your practice for acupuncture. You can help and support with herbals and other modalities as well. But for acupuncture, best way to find you, what's your website?
It's Kelly121acupuncture.com. And, you can also text me or call me at 347-885-1865.
I truly appreciate all the insight that you provide when it comes to this. And it has really opened my eyes, and I'm sure to everybody else here, when they stumble upon podcasts, they're searching for acupuncture, want to learn more, how amazing it is. I had no doubt that acupuncture is fantastic, but I had no idea that it can help with so many different challenges that physically and emotionally that we deal with. And thank you for opening our eyes to all of that. Truly appreciate it, and looking forward next time we get together.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge?
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend?
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.